last video. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to talk to you guys about Street Fighter 6, but also Tekken 8. Street Fighter 6, they put out the trailer and it really blew everyone's mind. What they're trying to achieve with Street Fighter 6 really could change the FGC. It really could like set a new bar. And if they set a new bar, I wonder how many fighting games will be able to reach it. Before this trailer dropped, I had very high hopes in Tekken 8 finally being able to compete with Street Fighter 6, with Mortal Kombat 12. Tekken 7 has just reached 9 million sales, and I was talking about how that game is speeding up. It went from selling 1 million copies a year to 1 million copies in 6 months. That game is growing, and I was like, Tekken 8 is going to continue that success. Tekken 8 is going to continue where Tekken 7 left off, and I was expecting Tekken 8 to really be something special. But this trailer for Street Fighter 6 made me really concerned for Tekken 8 because I wasn't expecting them to go this hard. You talk about the open world Shenmue Yakuza style story that they're doing. You talk about the battle hub, everything that looks like it has to offer. The characters that leaked, I'm not going to show those leaks because Capcom may be taking those things down, but just the way they're designing these characters and designing the game, it looks like they're trying to achieve a lot. And if I wasn't expecting this, if the FGC wasn't expecting this, I wonder if Tekken and Mortal Kombat was expecting this. Mortal Kombat may be in a little bit of a better shape because they already have been pushing this kind of style of game. For Mortal Kombat, they already have the crypt, which they're already expanding on and making it this explore, find loot, fight people kind of thing. If they expand all that in Mortal Kombat 12, they should have no problem. Street Fighter is doing the open world. In my opinion, the one true counter I can see Tekken having is Tekken Force. If they weren't working on Tekken Force, Harada and Tekken wasn't working on Tekken Force, they should be now. I think that's the one way they can truly counter it. Everything we've been saying the past year, they need to make it online. They need to make it like a dungeon that kind of like Destiny. 4 players group up and go in there. It's like that's one way they can compete, but also the graphics for Street Fighter 6 is insane. Once again, Mortal Kombat, they are all about graphics. Out of Mortal Kombat 12, if they do that next, out of that and Street Fighter, I think Mortal Kombat 12 probably will look better because they've been doing this graphic stuff for so long. I guarantee they will be able to pull off some madness with MK12. But Tekken 8, if they do Tekken 7 all over again, but they just polish it a little bit more, I think they're gonna be left in the past. Like Leroy Smith, Fakaram, those characters look really cool, but I feel like the Street Fighter characters is just more alive. They have so much more energy. They look like real people, and that's what's really cool about the leaked character designs. All of them have so much personality in their designs, and you can only imagine what their gameplay is going to be like. Tekken 8 definitely is going to have to make a lot of improvements if it wants to continue. I did a whole video talking about the real-time commentators. I do think it's going to be like sports, where in Street Fighter you're going to have these real-time commentators, and then when you switch to Mortal Kombat or you switch to Tekken, it's going to feel a little bit weird. If you guys own Madden or 2K or FIFA, go play one of those sports games and turn the commentary off and see how it feels. That is what I think is going to happen when you play Street Fighter 6. You're going to get used to the commentators. And then when you go play these other games, you're going to feel like something's missing. I seen one post made to the Street Fighter subreddit. People who hated Street Fighter 5. Time to start loving Street Fighter 5 and hating Street Fighter 6. And the cycle continues. Now this is kind of making fun of the FGC because we always say the most recent game is the worst one, regardless of sales, regardless of popularity, player count, regardless of tournaments, everything. People will say Street Fighter 5 sucked. Tekken 7 suck, even though these games have made so many great accomplishments. I don't know if people will say the same for Street Fighter 6. Of course, gameplay is going to be king. Gameplay is going to be make or break. And that's why people get so excited about the parry and all of these mechanics, because that's gameplay. They're definitely going to have to revolutionize the game in order to keep up, because it's not about making a good game anymore. Capcom changed it. Like I said, they moved the bar. They could have went the safe route and gave us an arcade story, and they could have just made a basic fighting game. But they moved the bar. If you want to be on the same level as Street Fighter 6, you need to have graphics, you need to have open world, you need to have all these things that they're setting out, real-time commentators. I don't know if, I really hope Tekken will be able to adapt quick enough. I know a lot of us were saying, where is Tekken? Hurry up and announce it, hurry up and show it. Now, I'm like, they need to take as long as they need to. They need to wait as much as they can, and they need to try and make sure their trailer, because once their trailer drops, everyone is going to compare it to Street Fighter 6. So they need to make sure it brings that same level of energy, that same, and I'm not doubting them. I think they can do it. If Capcom can do it, Street Fighter can do it. Bandai Namco can do it, right? Bandai Namco is one of the biggest gaming companies in the industry. They definitely have the resources, but it's all about how they started the game. I have some comments here. This is from the Tekken subreddit. People responding to Street Fighter 6. I'm not going to show the image because it's the leak, but Tekken 8 better seriously step up its aesthetic, because Street Fighter 6 is currently devouring the comments on this. Street Fighter looks more Tekken than Street Fighter. Tekken 7 DLC has been criticized in many ways, but the character design have been pretty much universally lauded. I think we're in good hands in that department. You know that after that Street Fighter 6 gameplay trailer, Tekken 8 will be delayed for at least 1 year. Now these 3 comments just sure to show different aspects of the community. I definitely would agree that Street Fighter 6 looks more like Mortal Kombat, Tekken. There was one game. I'll try to show a screenshot of what game they said. I was even showing one of my trailer and they were like, what game is this? Street Fighter? That sounds familiar. And then I pulled up some footage of Street Fighter 2. They were like, this looks completely different. It doesn't look like Street Fighter at all. When I pulled up the Street Fighter 2 and I told them it's this game, but instead of 2, they're now on 6, their mind was blown. That's how big the improvements, the changes are. And Tekken, they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to step up to the plate. Now, mind you, Tekken 8 hasn't been announced yet. They haven't even said that they were working on it. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I just wanted to talk about what they needed to do. Like, I know I said it twice already, but Capcom, they really moved the bar for what a good fighting game is. And I like that they kept saying that in the marketing. In the marketing, they kept saying redefining the genre. This is a genre defining moment. We shape the culture. They kept saying these kind of statements, and that's very powerful because you can tell they're confident. You can tell they mean business. Everyone was watching and they did not flinch. If I'm being honest, just looking at how Bandai Namco handled Tekken, I don't think they would have that same level of confidence. One comment here, this is pulled from my YouTube channel. Someone says, are you happy for this game? Talking about Street Fighter 6. And I'm very happy with everything that they've shown us and everything that they're doing so far. Nothing that they've done, I've been like, this is a bad decision, or this is something that they shouldn't do. Everything looks good so far. Even the easy inputs. I know a lot of people who's like FGC, gatekeepers and tryhards, they hate it. But I was thinking about it. The way I feel about Tekken and Street Fighter is kind of different. I'm a tryhard Tekken player. But when it comes to Street Fighter, I'm a casual. I'm a filthy casual button masher. So when I hear easy inputs in Street Fighter, I'm like, yeah, this will let me compete when I hear easy inputs in Tekken, I'm like, I mean, I guess, like, I guess we can get this. But Street Fighter 6, they're doing everything right, and I'm definitely happy for this game, and I'm definitely happy to see more about it. That's the thing. The difference that I want to note for you guys. Street Fighter 6 is like, the whole community is like alive, active, everyone's happy, posting memes, concept arts, and like the community is engaging with one another, and it's not really toxic. Yes, you have some individuals who can't help but put out negativity, but if you compare that to Tekken, it's a lot of negativity there. It's a lot of people saying, oh, do this, do that, fix this, fix that. It's like Tekken, they really need to do something to change the narrative of their game. The way the two communities are right now couldn't be farther apart from one another. Tekken is all lows. Street Fighter is all highs. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the Mortal Kombat community, so I can't say where they fall. But the moral of the story, I hope Tekken 8 doesn't get left in the past. I hope they don't get washed out, because Street Fighter 6 moved the bar. They came to play this console generation, and I want to see how they respond. Mortal Kombat, Tekken, all eyes is not on them, but we're still watching from the side eye to see what they do. Like I said it before, that this next generation is going to be a big one. This next set of fighting games, the big three, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter. But if this is how Capcom is coming, the other two, and right now, we don't even know what they're doing, right? I say they're gonna have to step up and they're gonna have to do this and that. Who knows? They could drop a trailer and it could be the greatest thing we ever seen. But right now, give a point to Street Fighter. They are currently leading the pack. But that's it. That's everything that I want to talk about. Check out some of the videos that I made about Street Fighter, about Tekken, about Mortal Kombat. I have many videos, playlists, everything. But that's going to be it. Definitely like and subscribe. And thanks to all the new people who's been showing up. I really appreciate all of you. But that's it. See you next time. Bye bye.